Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Leanne. I'm a yoga and Pilates teacher, online coach and personal trainer. And tonight I'm going to take you through a nice relaxation yoga class to help open up the hips, stretch off any tightness in the back if you've been seated all day or walking around all day. This class is designed to help bring a big stretch to the lower back and hip area whilst to release some tension in these areas. Let's get started on the mat. So I'm going to come into all fours, deep breath in, and then on the exhale we'll move into a cat, spine to sky, moving forward and backward. Inhale, looking up to the sky, in cow, exhale in cow. You can go as far and as slow with it as you'd like. Might have been a stressful day for you today, so we're just going to bring in lots of breath work and movement in these pauses to help release some tension and stress that's kept in the body. Find your downward dog. Paddle out the heels. If that feels good. The more bend in the knee, the easier it is on the lower back. Relax your neck. Send those hips up to the sky. You may want to rock side to side with your hips as you move and paddle those feet out. Good, back down into cat. I'm going to take a child's pose, wide knees for our first gentle hip opener. I want to feel some stretch in the middle of the hips, in the groin area. Deep breaths. Every exhale, allowing yourself to feel that stretch and release tension. Just relax and sink into the mat. If you can go a little bit wider with your knees, feel free. You might want to come up as you do this. The outside of the mat and move down again, and then exhale. And move over to the left for a stretch. Send that hip down away from the stretch. Allow yourself to feel that stretch on the sides of your stomach laterally. And over to the other side. I'm going to come back into the cow position. And we're going to make our way over to our puppy pose. So you can come onto your fingertips, hips up to the sky, and make sure your hips are directly over your knees. You come down as far down to the floor as you can. This is a nice gentle back bend, but it's also a good chest opener. Gets them arms right back. Really good if you've been seated all day, slouched over a desk perhaps. Or perhaps you're a mother breastfeeding, carrying children with rounding shoulders. Deep breath in and a slow exhale. Allow that tension to be released in the back. If you want to move in further to the stretch, move a little bit further away from your hips. Allow more of a back bend. 2 more big deep breaths. You can come in and out of these asanas whenever you feel. You're the boss here. Excellent. We'll make our way carefully. Take your time over to Cobra. So if you want to stay in Sphinx, chest proud, elbows directly under your shoulders, or you can come into your Cobra. If you find this too intense, and you want to relax more, feel free to stay in Sphinx. Squeezing your bum cheeks. And an exhale. Good. And extend your arm out to the side like a T and move over to your side, stacking, if you can, your shoulders on top of each other. This helps with rounded shoulders, like I said, if you might have been in this position a lot. And you can use your hand as a kickstand, or you can use your leg as a kickstand as well. If you feel like you're being pulled out of it, you're a little bit tight in the shoulder area. So you want to relax your head on the floor, or if you've got a block, feel free. Allow yourself to feel that stretch in those areas. You can really feel your shoulder blade pushing towards the mid back. And if you feel that this is quite intense, you can bring that arm down a little bit more. You can have more of a bend as well in the elbow. And if your other hand can touch your bicep with the other arm, feel free, that feels good right now. One more big deep breath. Excellent. We'll move back into the Sphinx position. I'm going to swap over and do the other side. So arm out to the side in a T. Just take your time. Use the hand as a kickstand. You might need it throughout the whole asana, or it might just be the beginning as we release tension in the body. Remember those deep breaths, and if the other arm can touch the bicep, feel free. Do you feel this stretch the same way that you did on the other side? Something to consider. One more big deep breath. Good. Carefully coming out into your Sphinx. I'm going to make our way up into the cat-cow position. Into the downward dog. And your left leg is going to get sent up and back into a dragon, or you're welcome to just go into a low lunge if you've got super tight hip flexors. Otherwise, settle into the dragon, moving left and right with your hips. Notice any stiffness, any restriction. Good. It requires a lot of deep breath. Looking for space. Try and extend that back leg a little bit more. Ujjayi breath. And a little bit of restriction on the exhale, like you're steaming a mirror with your breath. That's when I'm going to come over to pigeon. So just shimmy that leg over into a right angle, but if you're being pulled out of it like I am, you can have more of a bend there. You want to make sure that you're in the middle, in the centre of your mat. You can stand a little bit, sit a little bit taller in this position. Good. One more big deep breath. You might want to come onto your elbows then. Trying to switch off that glute muscle and those lower body muscles to sink in. And the next deep breath in. And make your way back over to the downward dog. I want you to paddle out those hips, see how they feel. And then the other leg is going to come up into a three-legged dog, into dragon. Again, settle in. So everyone's got a tighter side, this may be yours. Moving side to side. Enjoying the stretch. Looking for space. If you find any, straighten that back leg a little bit more. Using that constriction on the exhale, hogging the mirror with your breath. And then we're going to shimmy over to that pigeon on the other side now. Trying to sit in the middle. Trying to sit tall in the pigeon pose. Trying to relax the muscles around the hip area, that's your glutes, your hamstrings, your thigh muscles, your hip flexors. Bringing in that deep breath. Notice where your tightness is. If you feel ready, you can come onto your elbows. Excellent. Feel that tension release as you begin to relax and the body relaxes. The deep breath signals your body to relax these muscles. This is so important. Take your time making your way back into the downward dog. And paddle the heels out. Hips up to the sky. Nice straight line from your tailbone to your wrists is what we're looking for. Core engaged and relaxing your neck. Good, well done. Take your time moving over to the semi-supine position. You'll need a block here if you are quite tight on belly twists or spinal twists. So for spinal twist, your knees go over to one side and you, with your arms, are meant to come over the other side. But I don't like the rounding of the shoulders that gives you if you've already been in that position a lot of the day. So if you're like me and you're worried about rounded shoulders, arms out, and then you're going to move your knees over to either side and just settle in. So we want both shoulders on the mat. Deep breath in. And you feel free here to use your block to place the block in between your knees, or you can bring it a little bit further down and just rest your leg on top. Okay, it's totally up to you. So you are aiming for your leg to be on the other side of the mat. You've got more of a chance of doing that during nighttime yoga versus first thing in the morning yoga before you're properly warmed up. It's common for your bum to tense up here and muscles around your trunk, your back. So we're using our exhale to release that tension. I could stay in this one all day. I just love the stretch you feel. So in a moment we're going to go back to semi-supine. And you're going to take a moment for a reset. And I just love the pull, the stretched feel. Do 2 more deep breaths. Where you're feeling the stretch the most is where you're holding that tension and lack of flexibility, that tightness. Good. Now bend both the knees, arms out to the side, engage the core. You can tippy toe as you move over to the other side. Oh, sorry, first I wanted to take a moment in semi-supine and just feel how stretched you feel on that side. Then when you're ready, move over to the other side. So just settle in first, make sure both shoulder blades are on the mat. Beautiful. And if you can go ahead and hold that top leg. Your job here is just an internal body scan and just any areas that are tensed up. They can be quite intricate and subtle. Switch them off with your exhale. 2 more big deep breaths in. Well done. Bending both knees. Come back into the semi-supine position for a moment. You might want to bring your knees in, Uttanasana, for a hug. And perhaps a roll side to side. A little back massage. Just take your time. Good. To use momentum, you can come up into the seated position. So I want you to sit with your breath for a moment. Sitting tall, in any cross-legged position or seated position that you feel like doing right now. Can you notice any subtle changes in the way your body feels right now? Hopefully a little more loose. Anything that you're proud of doing today? Perhaps it's as simple as doing this yoga class to thank your body and mind. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for taking part in this yoga class. I hope to see you again soon.